Hello guys, I'm Kumar K, and recently my student has cracked Google despite being from a Tier 3 college.
The second interview, my question was of graph, BFS and pattern. It was really difficult for a second year student, I would say.
Okay. So such a
Now guys, I want you to crack 60 LP Google offer as well. That's why I made this lovely podcast for you, because you all know that Google asks hard unseen DSA problems in their interview rounds and their online coding rounds. One common mistake done by most of the candidates is that they just prepare hundreds of standard easy DSA questions from standard influencer DSA sheets like Love Bubble sheet, Striver sheet, etc. That is not going to be enough to crack Google. For Google, you need to practice many hard unseen DSA coding problems on a regular basis and try to increase your OA plus competitive programming skill level. Ram Ram. So now guys, we are going to understand the roadmap to prepare for Google, the OA experience and the interview experience of my lovely personal mentoring student Yashasvi Sharma, and the best tips and strategy to be followed. Ram Ram. We are now going to understand her off-campus strategy and what changes she did in her LinkedIn and resume to get shortlisted at Google.
Yes, so in first year itself, I applied on a program called Google SWE Internship.
Okay.
But that time my resume was neither good nor my LinkedIn was.
Okay.
So I got rejected from that, but that was the time I started investing in myself. That's when I got to know about your program and specifically the LinkedIn and resume training. I developed it to a good resume.
Okay. And then after that, we understand that in first year you got rejection from Google due to resume not being good. Now, what types of trials you made to apply at Google in the second year? Can you start explaining that process?
Yes, for sure. In second year, specifically third semester, I applied on a program called Google Skills Hackathon.
Okay.
I cleared the resume shortlisting round due to this all training, but I also got a program for OA.
Okay, so you got the online assessment after clearing the resume shortlisting.
Yes, that's right.
In the whole world, Google asks the most hard unseen DSA problems in their online assessment round. So let's see how she dealt with it.
So the duration was 1 hour 30 minutes, and the first question, again, it was really hard. The first question was bit manipulation and segment tree.
So you are saying they are mixing up bit manipulation and segment tree, all that for a second year student, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and then the second question was?
Multidimensional DP plus optimization further.
So it was very difficult. So in 1 hour 30 minutes you had to do it all, right? So
Yes.
Can you tell me what was your result? How many test cases did you pass in both of the problems?
I did the first question entirely, but on the second cases, I was failing 1 or 2 test cases.
Okay.
That's why I didn't got any.
Okay. So you have tried for Google 2 times in first year and in the start of the second year. So did you feel demotivated in the middle after all these experiences? And what did you do after these 2 experiences? Can you explain it?
At first, I was really demotivated, but as someone says that resilience is quite important for a student,
Yeah.
that's when I started to religiously do LeetCode code forces and code shifts.
Okay.
Every question there.
Even after multiple failures, she fought back.
Then after, in fourth semester, I applied again to the step internship as well.
Okay.
This time, I had a tailored resume, I had a good LinkedIn, and I took a referral as well.
Okay.
So everything aligned up correctly. That's why I got shortlisted for my resume.
Okay. So once you got shortlisted, what was the first round? Was it directly a technical interview or what it was? Can you start explaining, Yashasvi?
Sure. After the resume shortlisting, there was a round called telephonic round. So I got the call from recruiter. It was 15 to 20 minutes long, where they asked me about the project. They asked me about how many questions I have solved in DSA.
Okay.
And yeah,
So it was basically a telephonic round to check the candidate, right? Whether they are eligible for technical interview.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Let's try to understand in detail her interview round 1 experience.
So I actually researched about a lot, and I did graphs a lot and DP a lot.
Yeah,
and,
Google loves graph and DB, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So in the first interview which you were giving, so this was your first FAANG interview, right? Ever? Which you
Right. Right.
So can you explain in the first interview, how was your interviewer and what was the time duration given to you? And what was the experience? Can you start explaining in detail?
Sure. So the first interview was 45 minutes.
Okay.
My interview was really nice, and the first question which I got was array, hash map, and greedy.
Okay. So
yeah.
the first question was based on array, hash maps and greedy, right?
Right.
Yeah, but just telling them the logic was enough, or you had to do something more as well in the interview for the first one?
Right. So since starting, you have to ask first the follow-up questions,
Okay.
like if the assumptions are clear, am I understanding the question clearly? Once you do this questioning, you can proceed with giving out the brute force question, brute force answer to the
Okay.
interviewer. Once they like it, they'll ask you to write a code.
Okay.
Then there comes the optimization and other stuff.
Okay. And for writing code, what were you guys using for writing code? Where were you writing the code?
So we were given like Google Docs.
Okay.
The access was with them and us, and we were writing code there.
You had to write in Google Docs, and we know writing code there is very difficult. So you must have practiced that as well, right?
Yes.
So you had to write the full code. Just writing the pseudo code is not enough, right? In the Google interview.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to write the full code.
Okay.
And
Okay.
also we have to take care of the edge cases
Okay.
because the interviewer may ask you to optimize it and
Okay.
tell you to think about in that direction.
Okay. Okay. So all the dry run you have to do on all the edge cases and everything.
We have to pass all the test cases, all the dry run and edge cases.
Okay. So like, how much time like you spent on doing the first question fully with the interviewer, and after what time did the second question start for you? Can you explain that?
The second question was comparatively difficult than the first one.
Okay.
So I nearly took 30 minutes doing the second question itself. First question was done in 15 minutes.
Right. So in the second question, can you tell us like what was happening? What topics was it based upon?
Okay, so it was a hard string question.
Okay.
It was backtracking and hash map. Yeah.
Okay. So backtracking, recursion, hash map string, everything for second.
Right.
Okay. So how did you deal with that? Like
Yeah.
for that also, yeah, you can start explaining.
At first, obviously, I was taking my time to think, and this is always a good hack. You should always convey what you are thinking to your interviewer, so that they have an idea what you are doing.
Okay.
Then, after a few times, I got the approach, and then I started coding it.
Let's see how her round 2 went.
The second interview, my question was of graph, BFS, and pattern. It was really difficult for a second year student, I would say.
Okay. So such a difficult graph question was asked to you, right? So
Right.
when you saw that question, did you instantly figure it out, or what was happening? Can you explain?
At first, no, I wasn't able to solve it out. I took almost 15 minutes because we were just given one question for 45 minutes, right?
Okay.
So 15 minutes I just took to understand the question really well.
Okay.
And I asked many follow-up questions with my interviewer. Then since 25 minutes, I started like getting a bit of a grasp what I'm doing and what I'm
Okay. And finally, you were able to find out that you have to use graph, BFS, and the pattern thing there, right?
Exactly.
And what about the implementation? Was the implementation for that problem small, or you had to write lots of code for that? How was that going for you?
It was a whole page code. It was very lengthy, I would say.
Yeah, graph codes are generally longer only.
Yeah.
Let's understand her DSA preparation in detail.
Sure. I mean, since first year itself, I had solved pretty standard questions of every type, and I was able to solve easy to medium question easily.
Okay.
And I used to solve it in C++.
Okay, so you are saying that you were doing easy to medium standard questions, all of DSA topics you were knowing in the first year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's when I realized that if I was targeting big companies like FAANG and MANG, I have to do more than that, which are medium to hard questions. And
Good.
for that, I got to know about your program. And when I enrolled, I specifically focused on practicing hard questions and grinding LeetCode for code forces, etc.
Okay, got it. And you did lots of OA plus CP practice as well after.
Right.
Okay, so like after doing hard and medium questions, your problem solving skills started improving and you developed confidence, right? Okay, got it.
Hello guys, I have created the best free 51-hour course on DSA plus OA plus CP for you lovely people. It is added in the comments below. Please check it out, and if you found value in this video, please like, share, subscribe. Ram Ram.